Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to BodyBags. It's week 215, and I'm your Sunday host, Bougie86. Here again, yes, as you know, I did a film review on Friday, so I'm back doing my normal day review, and I got a fun one for you guys today. It's a film from 1989. It's an Italian horror film, and it's directed by Luigi Cozzi. Of course, if you know Luigi Cozzi, he's directed numerous like cheesy movies that I know, like Star Crash and Contamination, to name a few of them. And this one has interest in history, and it goes by the title of Paganini Horror. Yes, this is actually a bootleg version of this film. This film actually doesn't have a U.S. release. This is from Revoc, which is a bootleg company that specializes mostly in like Italian and cheesy B movies that don't have releases. And really nice way that they do this. It does look like a legit release, like the poster arts and stuff like that, and give you like a back and stuff. So at least they give you like something to make you look like a legit nice release. So I do respect like this bootleg company for doing that. And of course, if this film ever does get a release, I will pick up a official copy of it. But I wanted to check the film out. So, yeah, this film is directed by Luigi Cozzi, like I said, and it stars and is co-written by Daria Nicolodi. Of course, if you don't know who she is, she's probably most famously starring in, like, Dario Argento, her work with Dario Argento, and she's actually the mother of Asia Argento. Of course, co-wrote Suspiria with Argento, and starred in numerous movies like Phenomena, Deep Red, Tenebrae, to name a few off the top of my head. This film also stars Donald Pleasence, of course, all people should know who Donald Pleasence is if you watch horror movies. Of course, Dr. Loomis from Halloween has a very small role, but he comes and goes in the film. So pretty much the main plot of this one, we're introduced to this main setup of like this mostly all-girl rock group who their lead singer Kate is the lead songwriter, and she's kind of having like writer's block. The main producer is not like in the new single that she wrote. It's very like generic sounding to her. So she forces Kate to try to find a new like sound to inspire her to write music. What happens is the drummer of this rock band, Daniel, actually ends up buying this manuscript off this like old stranger played by Donald Pleasence, and the manuscript is of a unpublished piece of music by Nicolodi Paganini, who was a famous violinist from back in the day, and it's called Paganini Horror. So they end up writing a song based in with this music, and they decide to make a music video inside Paganini's old mansion, which is actually owned by Daria Nicolodi's character Sylvia at the time. So they're playing this music, and what ends up happening is the ghost of Paganini actually ends up coming back and haunting them and taking them out one by one using various of ways, including like his violin, which actually has a switchblade in it, and also supernatural needs. So it ends up becoming like a tale of trying to stop Paganini and try to close his gateway that they opened up again before it's too late and they're all being taken out. That's pretty much the gist of the plot of this one. Now, my thoughts on the film. Very interesting. I was actually kind of shocked because I didn't know what to expect of this, since it was directed by Luigi Cozzi, and he's known for directing a lot of like cheesy films. But this one has a very interesting setup, and it's actually very well shot, I have to say. It has a lot of like interesting atmospheric moments throughout it, especially with like the tension build scenes, and you gotta respect that Cozzi tried to make this one like a feel-good like horror film, not like some kind of like rip-off film in a way. And it's very like horror-based and very interesting the way the aspect of this film goes through that. And with Daria Nicolodi writing the script, you get like some kind of like Suspiria moments or like the supernatural stuff that's going on within the film that you really like. Like I said, like involves like this 80s rock band filming a music video. So the songs that they play are very cheesy and like poppy like songs. Like actually, the first song that we hear them sing is like this weird like shot stay at night song, which kind of has kind of a similar. It kind of reminds me of Bon Jovi's "You Give Love a Bad Name." Like the chorus of this song is a very play on words of "You Give Love a Bad Name." They're like "Stay the night." It has like the same kind of like humming, and it kind of feels the same exact way as that song. So it's kind of cheesy in that aspect with the music. But the musical score is actually very good. It has some like great gripping moments, especially with the tension building scenes. Now, with that all being said, this film has some problems with it. It's not perfect. What I see, like what this it's trying to do too many things at once. This film, which it's trying to be like the slasher, like a supernatural ghost story, and mix it all together. And I think it would have worked better if they like kind of stayed to one direction, because you got like the Paganini character killing people with his weapon, and then you have like these weird like supernatural things going on other characters, like characters growing boils and like weird electricity scenes that come out of nowhere, that type of deal. So it kind of gets kind of convoluted with the plot in some aspects of that, like because like if it just went one direction, it would be more straightforward of a story. But I did like the end of this film, the way it ended. I'm not going to give it too much away on the ending, but I didn't see it coming one bit. But I kind of did with certain aspects of it, especially with like certain scenes that involve in like a briefcase that kind of reminiscent of Pulp Fiction in a way. I have a feeling that Quentin Tarantino was a fan of this movie, and that's where he got the inspiration for certain aspects of Pulp Fiction. You'll know what I mean if you see this movie, what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is a really fun watch. If I had to rate Paganini horror, I'm gonna give it a solid like 6.5 out of 10. Like I said, with the problems with like this plot, it does get kind of convoluted and kind of confusing with some aspects of it, but it's still highly enjoyable, and it has some great kills either way. It has some great gore effects and great tension and atmosphere throughout it. So it's not a terrible movie, and it's actually one of the better movies that shows like Luigi Cozzi could actually direct movies in a way, because of the way that he aspects and sets up shots in this one. So yeah, 6.5 out of 10 for Paganini horror. Awesome stuff. Alright guys, that's it for this review. As always, we'll be back next week with another one, and as always, see you soon. Peace out.